Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Woodbine Mohawk Park on this Tuesday, September 13th, 2022. First of 7 qualifiers coming up as the starting gate is moving into position. Our opening qualifiers, we'll see 2-year-old trotters. It'll be a field of 6 from the inside out. Number 1, Enjoy Trotting, gelded son of Muscle Mass, James McDonald driving for trainer Jeff Gillis. 2 is Heartbreak Beat, a tactical landing colt trained by Gary Murner. It'll be Chris Christopher steering. Number 3, Champagne Thirsty, Father Patrick filly, Rick Zeron trains and drives. 4 is Deadline Hall, gelded son of Muscle Mass, Matt Backs for John Backs. 5 is Severance Angel, 3-year-old filly. It'll be Phil Hoot training and driving. And the 6 is Brash Lady, 4-year-old mare, trained by Shane Weber. The driver is Sylvain Filion. So a field of 6, inside 4 are 2-year-olds. Gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. About 7 lengths off the gate, that's the 3 Champagne Thirsty. The rest of them sent on their way, and from the outside, Brash Lady gets the first call, stepping forward for Filion. From the center is Deadline Hall. Towards the inside, Heartbreak Beat is going to push ahead of Enjoy Trotting. Then it'll be Severance Angel, who gets away in 5th, and your early trailer 6 is Champagne Thirsty. They go into the first turn, and up front it is the veteran in this group, the 4-year-old mare Brash Lady. She leads it by 2 lengths. Deadline Hall will settle in right there second, following the leader as they go past the opening quarter in 29 and 2. So 29 and 2 for the opening split. We had a breaker coming out of that first turn. Severance Angel jumped it off. Up front, it's a 3-length advantage here for Brash Lady. Second is Deadline Hall, followed third by Heartbreak Beat. Then in 4th is Enjoy Trotting. 6 lengths going back to Champagne Thirsty. And then Severance Angel is another 15 lengths behind after making that break at the opening quarter. Still a loose leader is Brash Lady. And after a 29 and 2 opening split, she's going to bring them past the half in 59 and 4. Heading into the final turn. And the leader continues to be Brash Lady. Brash Lady, the daughter of royalty for life. Second consecutive qualifier. She's in front by 4. Deadline Hall is in second. Third is Heartbreak Beat. Still 4th, Enjoy Trotting. And then again, it's probably another 12 lengths going back to Champagne Thirsty. And Severance Angel's another half dozen behind that rival. 3/4 comes up next. Brash Lady takes them past that station in 129 even. That was 29 and 1 in the third quarter. Off the turn and into the stretch. It is Brash Lady looking to close it out. Deadline Hall has been a few lengths behind throughout, but is trying to track down the leader. In third at the inside, that is Heartbreak Beat. And on the outside, Enjoy Trotting is 4th. 16th to go in this mile. It is still Brash Lady the leader, not being urged at all here. Brash Lady is coming to the line and is going to win it. Tight for second, up the inside. Trying to get that second spot was Heartbreak Beat, but it appeared holding on was Deadline Hall. Finishing 4th was Enjoy Trotting. Then it's back to Severance Angel and Champagne Thirsty, 158 flat. Up next is qualifier number 2. We'll have a field of 4 competing here. Scratch number 1, Century Inspector. Number 2, Take a Gamble. The driver will be Phil Houdon. The 3, Second Bruiser. The driver will be Bob McClure. And the 4, No Free Lunch. The driver will be Sylvain Filion. The 2, Take a Gamble, 4-year-old gelding, trained by Sean Stacy, Phil Houdon driving. The 3, Second Bruiser, a 4-year-old gelding, Vern Cochran trains, Bob McClure drives. The 4 is No Free Lunch, a 4-year-old gelding, trained by Harry Polton with Sylvain Filion. And the 5 is Prohibition Legal, 3-year-old filly, trained by Nick Gallucci, James McDonald in the sulky. Here they come for the second. And they're off and pacing. So we're not going to give the first call to anyone specific just yet. They were 4 across in the early going as they all take a look to see how things are going to shake out. Looks like Prohibition Legal is going to push up towards the top. Take a Gamble with a good beginning at the inside will give way. Meanwhile, Second Bruiser was able to drop in behind, and No Free Lunch does the exact same thing. So the quartet of pacers go into the first turn, and your leader is Prohibition Legal. She's up front here by a length and a half at the opening panel in 28 and 3. So Prohibition Legal, the O'Brien Award winner from a season ago, leads the way. In second is Take a Gamble. Third is Second Bruiser. And No Free Lunch is 5 lengths from the front, racing in fourth. So Prohibition Legal, her first appearance since early July, and she's on the lead here. She leads it by a length and a half as Take a Gamble gets to follow right along just off the helmet there. Then third remains Second Bruiser, who is followed closely by No Free Lunch. The half was hit in 58 seconds flat, so they went 29 and 2 in the second quarter. On to the final turn, Prohibition Legal continuing to show the way. The daughter of Big Jim out in front. Meanwhile, Take a Gamble has just been following every move and is now coming to the outside. So we'll see how things shake out here coming towards 3 quarters. Prohibition Legal has certainly ramped it up a notch here. Take a Gamble, edge to the outside, will now drop back to the rail. 5 lengths then going back to Second Bruiser. Third and fourth is No Free Lunch. 126 flat for 3 quarters, so they went 28 seconds even in that third split. Off the turn and into the stretch, and Prohibition Legal wanting to close this one out strong. Gets a couple lengths on Take a Gamble. Then we go back now to No Free Lunch, who has moved up into third ahead of Second Bruiser. 16th of a mile to go. And it is Prohibition Legal. She is back on track, and she's going to win here today by about 4 lengths, coming through the line nicely. Finishing second, Take a Gamble. Third was No Free Lunch, and Second Bruiser was fourth. 152 and 3, 26 and 3 home for Prohibition Legal. Starting gate is in position as we get set now for our third qualifier. 2-year-old Pacers getting set to go here. Scratch number 6, Gentle of My Mind. Here's the field. 1 All-Star Smiles. Filly is a daughter of All Bets Off. Gordon Dancevich trains. Phil Houdon drives. 2 is Ruthie B, a big gym filly trained by Greg McNair with Doug McNair. 3, Mr. Galley is a gelded son of Better's Delight. Tyler Jones for trainer Nikki Kamenya. 4, Irresistible, Better's Delight colt. Chris Christophorou for Clark Bealby. 5 is Free to Dream, sports writer colt trained by Anita Willette, the driver Colin Kelly. 6 is Out. 7 is Profundo, and Always Be Mickey colt. Andre Goish trains and drives. And 8 is Matt's Gem, and All Bets Off colt. Marcel Barrio, the trainer driver. Here they come for qualifier number 3. They're off and pacing, and it'll be Irresistible from the center, who will step forward and grabs early command. Matt's Gem shows some speed from the outside and is going to be forwardly placed, likely to drop into the 3-hole as Ruthie B holds her ground there, getting away second. 4th in the early going is Mr. Galley, followed by Free to Dream in 5th. 6th into the turn is All-Star Smiles, and your trailer is Profundo. So up front, it is Irresistible. The Better's Delight colt leads it by 2 from Ruthie B. The opening panel was 29 seconds flat. So the field of 7 will straighten out for the backstretch, and the leader is Irresistible. A pair of qualifiers under his belt, 3rd appearance here, and he is showing the way. Put on the front for the first time here this morning. Closing the gap in second is Ruthie B, and Ruthie B is going to come around now for McNair, so that one will loop to the top. Matt's Gem is then in 3rd, followed in 4th by Mr. Galley, a couple of lengths to Free to Dream, and then it's a break of probably 8 or 9 going back to All-Star Smiles, and Profundo gets underway from the back as that will circle a rival at the rear of the field. The half was 58-2, and as we go into the final turn, the new leader is Ruthie B. Ruthie B, this is the second qualifier for this daughter of Big Jim. She leads it by 2 from the early leader Irresistible. 3rd is Matt's Gem. 4th remains Mr. Galley. 5th is Free to Dream. And then it's 10 or 12 lengths going back to Profundo, and All-Star Smiles rounds out this field. 3/4 is hit in 127-1. That was 28-4 in the 3rd quarter. Off the turn and into the stretch. Ruthie B is the leader, and they aren't 2 or 8 now. She's out in front by 4. Back in second is Irresistible. Matt's Gem now comes to the outside. Mr. Galley will follow that path to the inside, Free to Dream, but with a 16th to go, Ruthie B is wrapped up. Ruthie B is going to take qualifier number 3. Irresistible trying to hold on to second. Matt's Gem is coming on the outside, but Irresistible does hold that spot. Meanwhile, it was Free to Dream 4th. 5th was Mr. Galley. Then it's Profundo and All-Star Smiles. 155-3 for Ruthie B. Up next is qualifier number 4. The gate is in position. 3-year-olds and up on the trot. Number 1, Lily's Lass, 3-year-old filly, trained by Pat Hunt. Jeffrey Hunt drives. 2 is Need a Little Magic, 3-year-old filly. Greg McNair trains, Doug McNair driving. 3, So Not Cool, an 11-year-old gelding, trained by Rob Fellows. The driver is Sylvain Filion. 4 is Muscles Doro, 4-year-old gelding. It'll be Colin Kelly driving for trainer Joey Squires. 5 is On the Ropes, 7-year-old gelding. Rod Hughes trains. The 6 is Roland, Scott Young driving for trainer Roy Jeffries. 7 is Look at That Cat, Tyler Borth for Shane Barrington. And the 8 is Durf Hanover, Trevor Henry for Gerard Demers. So they're off in trotting here in the 4th qualifier, and it's a pretty even beginning for the inside bunch, but from the outside, Durf Hanover pushes ahead for Henry. From the middle, there's So Not Cool. To that one's inside, Need a Little Magic getting away in 3rd. Mid-pack On the Ropes will settle in 4th in front of Lily's Last 5th. To the outside then of that rival is Roland as we go into the turn. The final pair, Muscles Doro and your trailer, that is Look at That Cat. The opening quarter was 29-1, and as they move into the backstretch, the leader is Durf Hanover. Second, So Not Cool. Trotting along 3rd, Need a Little Magic, followed 4th by On the Ropes. 5th up the backstretch is Lily's Last, 2 lengths then to Roland 6th. 7th is Muscles D'Oro, and your trailer 8th is Look at That Cat. No change in order here as they're midway up the backside, and the leader remains the 8-year-old gelding, Durf Hanover. It's Durf Hanover who's going to bring them to the half. Opening quarter was 29-1. The midway point is reached in 58-1, so just a little bit quicker there in the second quarter. 29 seconds even, and the lead starts to grow here for Durf Hanover as they trot into the final turn. Second is So Not Cool, who's 2 lengths from the front. Remaining 3rd, Need a Little Magic. Right on the helmet, 4th is On the Ropes. 5th is Lily's Last. Then 2 lengths back to Roland 6th. 7th remains Muscles D'Oro, and the trailer, Look at That Cat, starts to move to the outside from the rear of the field. Coming to 3/4, Durf Hanover, still the leader. It'll be Durf Hanover taking them past the 3rd station in 1:28 even, off the turn and into the stretch. 29-4 3rd quarter. Getting the 2-hole ride and looking maybe to pounce. That has been So Not Cool, but So Not Cool all of a sudden is 2 lengths off the leaders. Durf Hanover tries to kick clear. In 3rd is Need a Little Magic. Staying behind is On the Ropes in 4th. From the back, Look at That Cat has now rallied up into mid-pack, but as they come towards the edge of the tote board, Durf Hanover goes all the way. It'll be Durf Hanover to win it by about 3.5. Finishing second was So Not Cool, and then Look at That Cat got up for 3rd. Splitting between horses, Lily's Last appeared to be 4th. Time of the mile, 1:56. Here they go for the fifth qualifier. 2-year-old Pacers. 1 Mighty Mary, Sylvan Filion for Jason Libby. 2 is All-Star Finest, Phil Hudon for trainer Gordon Dancevich. The 3 is Scratch. The 4 is Magnetar Sealster, Tyler Borth for Frank Baker. 5, that is Figure It Out Gus, Aaron Byron trains and drives. 6 is Shanghai James, James McDonald for Sean Stacy. And the 7 is Manhattan Artist, Colin Kelly for Anita Willette. Field of 6 on gate, 2-year-old Pacers, here they come. They're off-hand pacing here in qualifier number 5, and first call goes to Magnetar Sealster. Magnetar Sealster out to the early lead at the rail. Mighty Mary holding ground from the middle. Shanghai James floats away, and going around now will be Figure It Out Gus. So Figure It Out Gus being chased here as that one's going to push towards the lead. Getting away in 5th was All-Star Finest, and your early trailer 6 is Manhattan Artist. So they drive into that first turn, and it is Figure It Out Gus on the outside who will get to command. Crosses over right at the opening quarter, which pops up on the board in 30 and 3. Figure It Out Gus is the leader. So relegated to second is Magnetar Sealster. A few lengths then going back to Mighty Mary in 3rd. Then it is Shanghai James in 4th. A break of 4 lengths back to All-Star Finest 5th. And 6th is Manhattan Artist, as that debuting Dally Colt is about 12 lengths from the front. Up front, your leader is Figure It Out Gus, the Down by the Seaside Colt, leading it by a couple of lengths. Magnetar Sealster in 2nd. Right there, 3rd, that is Mighty Mary, who's followed closely by Shanghai James. A minute and a 5th was the half-mile clocking. So they went 29 and 3 in the second quarter. Figure It Out Gus still leading the way as they go into the final turn. 2nd remains Magnetar Sealster. 3rd, there is Mighty Mary. Shanghai James tracks along in 4th, trying to get a little bit closer as Manhattan Artist, and All-Star Finest is your trailer. So now they start to move in on the leader. Figure It Out Gus about to be confronted to the outside. Magnetar Sealster, 129 and 4 for 3/4 off the turn and into the stretch, and reclaiming the lead. Magnetar Sealster strikes the front here for Borth. Now looking to split and come up the inside is Mighty Mary. Shanghai James up into 3rd. Now 4th, Manhattan Artist. Drop back to 5th is Figure It Out Gus, and your trailer is All-Star Finest. 16th to go. Up the inside, Mighty Mary is coming on. Magnetar Sealster digging in, and Shanghai James on the outside. 3 across. It'll be Mighty Mary up the inside. The filly takes it by a neck. Finishing 2nd was Magnetar Sealster. 3rd was Shanghai James. Then we went back to Manhattan Artist, Figure It Out Gus, and All-Star Finest, 158 and 2. Here we go for the sixth qualifier, 2-year-old trotters. 1, Jport Anime, Larry Small for trainer Dolores Basilone. 2 is Angeliki, Sylvan Filion for Jason Libby. 3 is Rainbow's Legacy, Rick Zeron trains and drives. 4 is Menso, Doug McNair for Dwayne Marfisi. 5 is Father Daniels, Tyler Jones for Dustin Jones. And 6 is Sayonara Royalty, Keith Jones trains and drives. That one's off stride, the 6 Sayonara Royalty. The rest of them are off and trotting here in qualifier number 6. Angeliki gets the first call, stepping out to the lead. It'll be Rainbow's Legacy, the debuting daughter of Resolve, to get away second, off stride when Jport Anime. Then in third is Menso. Now into fourth is Father Daniels. So a couple of breakers in the early going as Jport Anime is off stride. And Sayonara Royalty, who made the break before the start, will look to catch up. Also off stride in the first turn went Rainbow's Legacy. So left alone on the front here, this is Angeliki, who leads it by about 8 lengths. The opening quarter was 30 seconds flat. So as they move into the backstretch, your leader is Angeliki, all alone right now by double-digit lengths. As just looking at the backpack, off stride again went Rainbow's Legacy. So up front here, Angeliki leading it. In second is Menso. Then in third, that is Father Daniels. So 3 of them remain. And the muscle up the goal, filly Angeliki is past the half in 1 minute and 3/5. So 1 minute and 3/5 was the half-mile clocking. And they now race towards the final turn. Angeliki all by herself. Back in second is the debuting tactical landing colt Menso. 2 lengths then back to Father Daniels, that gelded son of Father Patrick, also making his qualifying debut. 3/4 is coming up next. The half was 1 minute and 3/5, and Angeliki will take them past that marker in 1:30 and 30 seconds even in the third quarter, off the turn and into the stretch. Angeliki all alone here up front. Meanwhile, Father Daniels is going to try and finish up strong, has moved into a second and has a target. Still has to make up about 6 lengths, but is trotting well in second. Third then is Menso, 16th to go. Angeliki has been all by herself pretty much since the word go, and she will win it. Strong looking strides here from Father Daniels to finish up second. Menso third. Time of the mile, 2 minutes and 1/5. Final qualifier on this Tuesday morning is coming up next as the gate is in position. Next qualifying day will be a week from today, that being September 20th. We'll have qualifiers next Tuesday morning. Don't forget live racing continuing tonight, 7 p.m. first race post time, and then after we are off tomorrow, we'll be back Thursday through Saturday. Final qualifier, 3-year-olds and up on the pace. The 1 St. Lad's Naomi, Larry Small driving for Dolores Basilone. 2 is out. 3 is Shadow Boxer, Tyler Jones for Mike Bishop. 4 is Shooting Straight, John Flanagan for Catherine Flanagan. The 5 is Ripples on the Beach, James McDonald for Carmen Osiello. 6 is You're a Surprise to Me, Austin Sorry for Michael Kwinowski. And the 7, Premier Nacho, Terry Gallant, is the trainer driver. Gate swings into the stretch. Here they come for the 7th. They're off and pacing. Off stride at the beginning was the 5 Ripples on the Beach. From the center, blasting out goes You're a Surprise to Me, and that one shoots to the early advantage. Premier Nacho is going to advance on the outside up into second. Getting away third is Shooting Straight. Then it is Shadow Boxer who got away fourth. Fifth in the early going, St. Lad's Naomi, and then looking to catch up is that early breaker, Ripples on the Beach. Off stride going into the first turn was Shadow Boxer. Quick break there, but does reset. Meanwhile, it's a 5-6 length advantage up front here for You're a Surprise to Me, and that opening panel, it was snappy. 27 seconds even. Into the backstretch, You're a Surprise to Me, all alone on the lead here. In second is Premier Nacho, 4 lengths in going back to Shooting Straight in third. Then it's a half dozen lengths back to St. Lad's Naomi in fourth. Fifth is Shadow Boxer, and then about 5 lengths behind that rival is the early breaker, Ripples on the Beach. 27 seconds to the opening quarter, and You're a Surprise to Me is past the half in 55 and 4. Heading into the final turn, You're a Surprise to Me and Austin Sawyer leading the way. Premier Nacho is starting to close in and quickly closes in now, and we'll see if that one just moves to the outside, and certainly does. Back in third, that is Shooting Straight. On the outside fourth, St. Lad's Naomi. Off stride went Shadow Boxer. So now moving up a spot will be Ripples on the Beach. So they come to 3/4. On the outside, Premier Nacho drives up on even terms with the leader, You're a Surprise to Me. They're side by side past 3/4 in 1:26 off the turn and into the stretch. You're a Surprise to Me after a big opening half, trying to gut it out. Drifting out a little bit, Premier Nacho. In behind, that is Shooting Straight, who looks for a clear path and finds it now. Into the final 1/8 of the mile, You're a Surprise to Me. Still with the lead. Premier Nacho's a few lengths back, and Shooting Straight's not getting any closer here late. It will be You're a Surprise to Me who will go the distance. You're a Surprise to Me wins it in 1:55 and 3.